Hi there, my name is Austin. Welcome back to Austin Abyssal. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Abyss. So up until now, I wanted to say that I've been called GV. My other channels and stuff, I call myself GV. But this channel, as I've talked about a lot, I've kind of been wanting to, focus on what I truly want to play and do. And so this led me to change the channel name and all this sort of stuff. But I do like to keep it distinct from my main other stuff. So, all that to say, this will be Austin Abyssal, and I'm not going to change it. That's going to be it. That's it. It's Austin Abyssal. We may stick to gaming. We may not. For the time being now, obviously, we will be doing Pokemon Platinum. But, this channel is going to be Austin Abyssal moving forward, like, no matter what. And then, we may switch from gaming. I have some ideas for what I do want to do. We're already here in Sandgem. Okay, I wanted to grind a little bit. I didn't realize that was such a short route. You may see the type of content change once we finish Pokemon Platinum, but this channel will be Austin Abyssal, so I'm just going to call myself Austin moving forward. A lot of people probably know me as GV, so I'm just clearing that up because some people may be confused. But anyways, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 2 of our Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke. Didn't really describe the rules much in the last episode, so if anybody does not know what a Nuzlocke is, again, Pokemon permadeath, so if a Pokemon faints, which is extremely common and often in a typical Pokemon playthrough, it is considered dead, and you cannot use the Pokemon anymore. You can either release it, or as I definitely like to do now, you can put it in a dead box and then kind of take a look at all the Pokemon that expired at the end of your playthrough. So that's the big rule, Pokemon permadeath, which makes it a heck of a lot more fun because the stakes are much higher. The other big rule is that whenever you enter a new route or area, you can only catch the first instance of a Pokemon you find. And all of this stuff officially kicks in once we get the Pokeballs, which we have not yet gotten, which obviously lets you catch Pokemon. So, we can basically just grind here up to level 10, and then probably get the Pokeballs pretty soon here, and then the Nuzlocke officially starts. The other rules are you need to nickname your Pokemon, because obviously that just makes it so that you have a closer bond, and it makes it, much more difficult when your Pokemon faint, because you name them. And then there's other different clauses and stuff. A lot of people say, like, ultimately, it's whatever you want to make it. But to me, I'm like, no, I want it to be, like, a fair but difficult challenge. So I don't want to just, like, do all the things that make it easy. But the thing for me is, like, I am by no means an experienced, strategic Pokemon player. Like, I've played a lot of Pokemon, but I'm not experienced in a lot of mechanics and things like that, which I'm still learning. Which is what I mentioned at the end of the last episode. Like, I'm still learning. I get a lot of questions on this channel, like, why did you do this? Why did you do that? It's because I'm learning. Again, that's what it boils down to at the end of the day. We will use items. We will use switch and not set mode. Because if you have set mode, basically your Pokemon stays out. I will just lose. As I've said, I'm not good enough to the point where I know that I can basically play on set mode and not get the ability to switch a Pokemon in. I will just lose, and if I don't have items, I will just lose. So yeah, that's the idea. That we'll be playing with items and we'll be playing with switch mode, basically. But outside of that, I mean, everything is pretty much like a standard Nuzlocke, which that is a standard Nuzlocke. I think not having that stuff means that you're doing a hardcore Nuzlocke, which I would love to get to at some point, but it's just going to take practice, obviously. So, typically when I was younger, I would level up my starter Pokemon to level 10, which we're doing now, which also obviously helps the Nuzlocke too, because obviously if you have your Pokemon super duper low level, much more likely to expire. So that'll do it. That gets Chimchar up to level 10. By the way, at the end of the last episode, I didn't really talk about, he did learn Taunt, which is interesting because he's a monkey. She's a monkey. So taunting is obviously a thing that it would learn. But if I remember right, Taunt, basically it can only use attack moves for 2 to 4 turns. So it can be very disruptive. But it's not a move that I'm very experienced with, so we'll see how that goes. Anyways, we've got Sandgem Town now. Sandgem Town. Oh, there you are. Please come with me. The professor is waiting. This is it, our Pokemon Research Lab. Let's go. Thud. What the? Oh, it's you, Austin, that old guy. He's not so scary so much as he's totally out there. It doesn't matter, Austin. I'm out of here. See you later. Wow, what was that? Your friend sure seems to be really impatient. Well, anyway, let's go inside. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-boo, ba-boo-ba-doo-ba-doo. All right, so this must be where we get the Pokeballs, I would assume. Well, look who's here. Austin, was it? Let's have a look at your Pokemon. I see. This Pokemon seems to be rather happy. Entrusting you with that Chimchar was no mistake, it seems. Well, would you like to give it a nickname? Yes, as you must. When you get a new Pokemon. So I was gonna consider like doing my favorite games of all time, kind of like little references, basically, as the naming convention for these nicknames for this playthrough. So I'm trying to think of something like fire or monkey related. Sekiro has a bunch of monkey / gorilla stuff. Fire, I was thinking like Profaned Flame. Oh yeah, Dark Souls, obviously one of my favorite series. Tons of fire stuff in that. Yeah, that's a cool name. I'm gonna call her Eclipse, which is a sick name. Basically after the Eclipse in Dark Souls 3. Basically the big, like, I've actually got a tattoo of it. It's kind of like the Astral Clock Tower from Bloodborne, but in the Eclipse in Dark Souls 3. So we'll call it Eclipse. Yeah, I like it. That's its name. Okay, I see, and you're happy with that nickname? Yes, when I first saw you two about to step into the tall grass with that Pokemon, I was shocked. I was astounded by these foolhardy children, but now you've astounded me in an entirely different way. Alrighty, there is a bond growing between you and that Pokemon. I feel privileged to have met you. I'm sure Chimchar feels the same way about you. That's why I'll ask you to cherish that Chimchar of yours. I'm so glad that you're kind towards Pokemon. If you weren't, I'd have to... Oh, I just can't say it. You'd have to what? Let's move on to the main topic. There's something I want you to do for me. Allow me to properly introduce myself first. My name, as you know, is Rowan. I study Pokémon. First of all, I want to know exactly what kinds of Pokémon live in the Sinnoh region. To do so, it is necessary to collect data using the Pokédex. This is what I wish to ask of you. I want to entrust you with this Pokédex. Will you use it to record data on all the Pokémon in Sinnoh for me? Yes. Good answer. Austin obtained the Pokédex. That Pokédex is a very high-tech device. It will automatically record data on every kind of Pokémon you encounter. Austin, I ask that you go everywhere and meet every kind of Pokémon in this region. I've got one too. When you walked up Route 201 with your Pokémon, what did you feel? I've lived for 60 long years. Even now I get a thrill when I'm with a Pokémon. Now you should know that there are countless Pokémon in this world. That means there are just as many thrills waiting for you out there. Now go. Austin, your grand adventure begins right now. The Pokemon that I met for the first time was Turtwig. If you would have chosen a Turtwig on Route 201, we'd have the same Pokemon now. Not that it matters, but anyway, I'm Dawn. I also helped the professor add pages to the Pokedex, so in a sense, I'm just like you. I just got a little head start on you, that's all. I'll be happy to teach you things. Glad to meet you, Austin. Go on, Austin, your grand adventure awaits you. Austin, check the PC. The screen's filled with special terms and academic writing that is impossible to figure out. Well, I need my Pokeballs. Where do I get the Pokeballs? I'm Dod's father. I'll be happy to assist you on your quest for the professor. I'm sure we can count on you. Why did he laugh like that? Professor Rowan invented a new Pokedex while working alongside a professor from the Kanto region. Oh, my name is Roseanne. It's an honor to be an assistant to our professor. Okay, where do we get the Pokeballs, though? I must find the Pokeballs. Austin. I have something good here. You should take this as well. Obtained the TM27. That is a technical machine. That one contains the move Return. Using a technical machine, or TM for short, teaches a move instantly to a Pokemon. Bear in mind, however, that a TM is single use only. The move Return gains power the more friendly your Pokemon is with you. It's up to you, of course, if you want to use that TM or not. I'll send you off with the wish that your journey will be fun. Oh wow, I didn't know the professor had TMs. Was he a trainer when he was young? Okay, Austin, I'll act as your mentor. I've got a bit more experience than you as a trainer and as the professor's assistant. Okay, follow me. This building with the red roof is the Pokemon Center. It's the place that heals Pokemon that have been hurt in battle. You can find a Pokemon Center in most towns. The building with the blue roof over here is the Pokemart. It's a shop where you can buy and sell items and medicine. Austin, since you're a novice trader, you won't be able to buy many kinds of merchandise. Don't let it bother you. Oh, that's right. Austin, don't you need to let your family know that you're going to be helping Professor Rowan with the Pokedex? You may need to go far away, so I think you should let someone know. Oh, but before you go, heal up your Pokemon at the Pokemon Center. It'll be a lot less scary that way. Okay, bye now. Where do you get the Pokeballs? I'm surprised we don't have them yet. It's kind of interesting. Hello and welcome to the Pokemon Center. We restore your tired Pokemon full health. Would you like to rest your Pokemon? Yes. Okay, I'll take your Pokemon for a few seconds. Thank you for waiting. We've restored your Pokemon to full health. We hope to see you again. All right, well, she said we should return, which is interesting. Can you just buy Pokeballs from the mart? Maybe you just buy them in this one. Welcome, what do you need? Ah, you do. Okay, so the question is, do we want to buy them now or when we come back from our mother? Because we could still grind. Because as soon as we buy these, the Nuzlocke officially starts. We could also get a lake encounter too, which I'm not sure if it would be better. It probably would be better just to get a Pokemon immediately from the lake area. Yeah, all right. Yeah, let's go ahead and kick this sucker off. We're gonna buy 10 Pokeballs. Yeah, that's probably fine. Okay, and then I probably should buy some... Oh yeah, that's right, you get a Premier Ball too. Probably should buy some potions, so 4 is gonna be 1,200. No. Antidotes probably would be helpful to buy 2 of those. 2 of those. Paralyze heals as well, 2 of those. Okay, and then potions we can buy 3 of. Yeah, we might as well just spend all of our money. All right. Don't know if that was, like, exactly the best way to do it. So now officially the Nuzlocke starts, but it's been pretty perfect up until this point. So as soon as we enter this route here, our first encounter will be what we get. Now, I don't want a Bidoof. I would love to get the other Pokemon. We definitely found it, yeah, because it was the very first Pokemon we even found. So, hopefully here, because again, it's the first encounter that you get for each area. Hopefully here we get a Starly. That is mainly what I want. Let's see. I'm going to close my eyes each time. That's a Starly. Yes. Good. Okay. Because we can get a Bidoof here, which also would be helpful, but definitely not a Pokemon I like personally. So I'm going to write down Starly for our Route 201 encounter. Now, if we try to do anything to it, we may kill it by accident. Level 10 versus level 2. So I think I'm just going to go for a flat catch here. Premier Ball and Pokeball are the exact same, if I remember correctly. Like, literally the same catch rate. Just the Premier Ball looks kind of cool. So we'll throw the Premier Ball, and we'll hope for a catch here. Unfortunately, did not get caught. Because this thing is level 2 as well. Which is really low. Basically like the lowest Pokemon you're ever going to find, pretty much. Do you ever even find level 1 Pokemon? Trying to remember. Okay, not a good catch rate right off the bat. I do wonder if we could fit in a scratch there. Because we want to catch this here, but we can't weaken it. Because if you don't know, if you weaken Pokemon, they're more likely to catch. Oh my god, that's not good. Yeah, they're more likely to catch if you weaken them. And especially if you put a status effect on them as well. So not a great start here. We're wasting a lot of Pokeballs. Yeah, I was going to say, at least give me a shake. Man. So if I use Taunt, it will be locked into using attack type moves. So it'll have to use Tackle, basically. I mean, we could go for a Scratch. I don't know if the Scratch is going to kill it. We're getting really bad luck here. Ugh. I guess I could save, like, what, 2 balls? This is not great. I could save, like, 2 balls and try to Scratch, which sounds very weird to say. There we go. Are you kidding me? Oh, my God. Okay. Well, it's growling, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, so we could Scratch it, because our attack is going to be lowered. I didn't want to use all my Pokeballs here, though. I feel like this is very bad luck. Catching a level 2 Pokemon, even without weakening it, should be pretty easy. Okay. That was a very resistant Starly. So, Starly's a quite interesting line. One of the cooler bird-type Pokemon. Bird-type lines. There's always like an early game bird-type line. Starly, Starling Pokemon, normal and flying, which is very common typing. Because they are weak individually, they form groups. However, they bicker if the group grows too big. Give a nickname to the caught Starly. Yes. And this is a male Starly. So I'm thinking of like birds in the top 5 games. Oh, yeah. Okay, so wait, I have to look this up because I'm forgetting his name. What is this thing? It's got a crazy name, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna call this guy after the Zelda series. And I know this is not gonna be spelled correctly because I'm gonna make it my own. Gabora. After the owl in the Zelda series, Gabora, which is not spelled the same way, but that's gonna be his name. Epic. All right, cool. So now we can go this way, and we should alert our mom, which I don't know if you have to do. It's kind of interesting. I'm not sure if you have to do this or not. Oh, I should write down various notes as well. Welcome home, Austin. You and your Pokemon healthy? Take a quick rest, dear. Okay, so I'm going to write for Twinleaf Town in parentheses. Surf. Yeah. What is it, Austin? Wow, Professor Rowan asked you to do something that big? Okay, dear, go for it. Your mom's got your back. Oh, I know, Austin. I've got something that you'll find useful. Austin obtained the journal. That's a journal. It keeps a record of your daily events. Check it and you'll be able to remember what you did last. Gee, a journey full of adventure. I envy you, kiddo. Plus, you're not alone. You have your Pokemon with you. I wish I could go instead. I'm just joking, dear. Yep, Austin, I'll be all right by myself, so you go and enjoy your adventure. When you're exposed to new things and experience new sensations, it makes your mother happy, too. But come back sometimes. I would like you to see the kinds of Pokemon... I would like to see the kinds of Pokemon you've caught, dear. Excuse me, is my little Barry here? Oh, no, he's not. Oh, then he must have left already. What to do? That boy shouted about going on an adventure, then he bolted. He's so headstrong and reckless. I at least wanted him to take this. Not to worry, Austin will deliver that to him. Won't you, Austin? Oh, really? You do that for me? Austin, please take this to Barry for me. The parcel? Bye-bye, Austin. Enjoy your adventure. Let me think. Knowing my boy would probably head straight to Jubilife City. Okay, please take that to my Barry. Austin, listen, always treat your Pokemon with kindness. Your Pokemon work hard, not for themselves, but for you. Okay, cool. So yeah, we do have to go there, I'm assuming. I'm betting somebody would stop us if we tried to leave, and they would be like, whoa, 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 you gotta go back to your mom. All right, so let's take a look at Gabora here. Hasty nature, which is good, right? Keen eye prevents the Pokemon from losing accuracy ability. Tackle and growl. Yeah, hasty is good. That means the speed is increased. I should honestly look these up as I come across them, because I do want to learn the natures better. So, hasty. Speed is up and defense is down, which I think is considered a good nature, because speed, again, is always like the most important, if I remember correctly. All right, so now we also have another encounter at Verity Lakefront, and we have an encounter at the town, Twinleaf Town, but how it's typically done is just like, you know, it's like you typically need to fish or surf to get an encounter there, so we could do that here, right? Or can you not? Whoa, what was that? Is there shaking grass in this game? I thought that was a Gen 5 thing. Also, yeah, we could come back later, but I think I will go ahead and get the encounter here to see what it is. Hopefully that's the smart move. I'm not really sure. I'm going to close my eyes here. So that's a Starly. Okay. So that's Dupe's Claws, which I typically play with, which means like if you find a same Pokemon in a different area that you already caught, it's a duplicate. Doesn't count. All right, I'm going to close my eyes here. It's another Starly. Another clause that I will play with also is the shiny clause, where basically if you ever find a shiny, which is a super duper rare version, different color palette Pokemon, that doesn't count either. So yeah, we could basically force encounters if we want to in certain areas. Okay, what do we got? Another Starly. All right, if we get 4 Starlies in a row, I will look up Verity Lakefront and see if there's only Starlies here. I feel like there's another type of Pokemon, isn't there? 4 Starlies in a row. Really? Well, I don't know if there's another type of Pokemon then. Let me go ahead and look up the encounters here to see what we can get. Let's see here. Yeah, there should be one. We can get other stuff if we surf or if we fish, but I think we'll go ahead and try to get... Yeah, it's the other Pokemon here. I mean, there should... So if I'm reading this right, that means we have gotten 5 Starlies in a row, so we've basically gotten like 5 coin flips on heads or tails in a row. Because there is another Pokemon here, and it's a 50-50 chance. Actually, no. Wait, yeah, there it is. Bidoof. So hopefully that was smart to do. Bidoof. If I scratch it, it's probably going to die, so I think I just have to go for a flat catch. Man... I don't like having this low Pokeballs, though, because that means we're not really going to be able to get more money. So we need to catch this ideally on the first catch here. Nice. Okay. Now, Zelda Majora's Mask Beavers. What were these beavers called? The Beaver Bros? Do they not have specific names? What are their names? Do they not have I'm confused. Oh, Little Brother Beaver and Big... They literally don't have specific names. Okay. Bidoof, normal, plump mouse poke. He's a mouse? A comparison revealed that Bidoof's front teeth grow at the same rate as Rattata's. Give a nickname to the cotton Bidoof. What should we call this guy? Favorite games of all time. Is there a beaver in Banjo-Kazooie? I'm trying to remember. Zupadib or something with big teeth. Yeah, big teeth. Yeah, what's that walrus called? Waza or something like that. It's called like walrus. No, Waza. Yes. All right, we're gonna call this thing Waza. Waza. Yep, after the walrus, because it has big teeth or tusks or whatever you want to call it, in Banjo-Kazooie. 2 people are going to know what I'm even talking about, but yeah. Anyways, okay, cool. So we got our Lake Verity and we got our Route 201 encounters. And we're going to come down here and heal our Pokemon real quick. We did not get an encounter for Sand Gem Town or Twin Leaf Town, but that's because, again, you know, typically... Most of the time, it's only going to be like surfing and catching, because those are usually the only ways to get Pokemon in towns. There are other ways, depending, but that's usually the only way. So I also want to talk about, so yeah, we're going to be using Dupe's Claws, meaning if I find a Starly and I already found a Starly, then we'll obviously, yeah, it'll be a Dupe's Claws, and we don't need to catch it. Now, there's also Species Claws, which I think I kind of got a little confused with in the last series, the Pokemon White series. I typically do play with like dupes and species, but I also want it to be fair and balanced. So what I'm trying to say here is, I don't know if we'll play with species claws or not. I'm kind of confused by it. So I'll have to figure it out. Where basically if you catch the 2nd evolution or 3rd evolution, you know, you can skip them too if you're playing with that sort of thing. Pokemon Research Lab. All right, we already talked to them. We just got to find Barry, right? That thing you have, it's a Pokedex, isn't it? You're off to see all kinds of Pokemon now. Lucky you. All right, let's go check out Sand Gem Town. Pokemon grow steadily stronger from battling against other Pokemon. At first, you should take it easy, though. Heal your Pokemon regularly at Pokemon centers while you're leveling them up. A good trainer is one that takes care not to let their Pokemon faint from losing HP. Yeah, because if that happens, that Pokemon is considered dead in a Nuzlocke. Dawn's house. This is where Dawn lives. Gosh, that Rowan fellow is back. He's quite the remarkable man. He's been studying Pokemon since way, way back. My son and grandchild help Rowan with his studies now. Who are you? Oh, you're Austin? Hey, you're doing that Pokedex thingy for the professor. Wow, that's the same as my big sister. Go for it. Okay, then I also want to check what Waza has in terms of its abilities and things. Relaxed nature. Okay, what is relaxed nature? Pokemon's defense, but decreases its speed. So that's probably terrible, but maybe not bad on a Pokemon that already is slow. The Pokemon is prone to wild stat changes. Whoa. Simple? What the hell? Okay, that's an interesting ability. I don't know exactly how that changes things. That's one of those that could either be horrendously bad or really good. I don't know. Trash can is empty. Also check the PC screen. Adventure rule number 1, 2. There's nothing else on here. We've already read adventuring rule number 1 and 2. Sand Gemtown, town of sand. So I don't forget what's happened until now. I better save this. There, now I can take a break. Oh wow, Pokemon are so cool. You can make yours battle and make them stronger. Wish I had some. It's so cool. All your item needs fulfilled. Pokemart. Heal your Pokemon Center. That was the research center, right? So let's go ahead and here and talk to everybody. We already healed everybody, so we don't need to do that. The top floor of any Pokemon Center is the Pokemon Communication Club. There you can have all sorts of fun with your friends. Talk to that nice lady at the counter and handle your Pokemon. She'll heal your Pokemon to perfect health in no time at all. I'm very sorry. We are working underground right now. It's off limits to the public. Please try again later on. Do you see that PC over there? That fancy blue one? If you've got Pokemon with you, it's free to use. By the way, a common question of the episode is going to be, what's your favorite Pokemon of all time? I always ask this question. Most people have answered it already on this channel. But what is your favorite Pokemon of all time? Mine is Gengar. What kind of trainer's sign will get people laughing? Welcome to the Pokemon Communication Club Coliseum. You may battle with your friends here. Which battle mode would you like to play? Please do visit again. Welcome to the Pokemon Wireless Club Union Room. You may interact directly with many trainers here. Would you like to enter the room? Please do visit again. You may sign the back of your trainer card here. Would you like to sign your trainer card? Yeah, sure. Austin. Is this okay? Yes. Please do visit again. All right. So we can go north or south. We also didn't go into the Pokemart again, so let's go do that real quick. I don't think we have any money, but we definitely need some. If you come across a Pokemon you've just got to have, toss a Pokeball. Never leave home without one. If a Pokemon loses all its HP, it can't battle anymore. I'm buying lots of potions to avoid having that happen. Welcome, what do you need? All right, so we literally have 0 Poké-Dollars. So do we have anything that we can sell? Tiny mushrooms, which sell for how much? 250. Probably better to keep that, honestly. Return, which sells for how much? 500. We definitely want to keep that, too. Okay, so we definitely need more money, because it would be very nice to get some better items here. So where does this go? Route 202. So I'm going to assume if we go south, that's not going to be an area that we can go to just yet. Route 219. Huh. Route 219 is Sand Gem Beach? So this looks like a dead end here. Austin found an antidote. I guess I'll write it down here, though. Route 219. Okay, so we're not going to be able to get anything here. That's done. And then up here, we've got Route 202. Is what it said, right? Route 202. Yeah. All right, cool. We'll save the game here, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know your favorite Pokemon in the comment section below. And also, again, if you become a member by clicking join under the video or in the description, you will get these videos as soon as they're scheduled. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hey, it's Austin. Thank you for watching. If you would like to see more of me, you can check out the Patreon here. A bunch of bonus streams and series, a lot of them completed. Also, check out these videos over here. And then finally, if you want to get early videos on this YouTube channel, you can click join beneath the video and also in the description. And you'll get a bunch of perks as well. Regardless, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.